Oh, hi. Hey, I'm back. In this one, I'm gonna talk a few about my normal daily life. All right, like my routine and how it really feels to live in China. As you can see, I was born and raised in this country, so uh, my my feeling can be a little bit too optimistic, or maybe it sounds a little bit unfair. Uh, I mean, your years, because I have to say, I lived in this country for 23 years. I actually feel very happy. So, so I I have plenty of love for my own country. All right. So, and forgive me, there's something wrong with my nose, so I might sound a little bit sound a little bit weird. So, hope you can forgive me. So, even though I've been growing, I've been living in this country for 23 years. This year, actually, the first years that I officially started my own life because I graduated and I uh, move out, move out from my parents' home, and I live alone in here. So what I'm saying is, just according to my own experience, my situation very much like the situation you are going to face if you decided to come to live in this place. Of course, it might be too objective because I've been very familiar with this country, and this place spectacular, especially. So it could be a little. So it is a little bit. I have to admit that it is easier for me to have a living in here than you guys. But I think what I'm trying to say, uh, basically, say I still have effort for you guys. All right. So uh, I'm gonna start from the people in this country. All right. So most of us. Just to the people I know, I've known in my entire life, the people I meet every day, I have conversation with. I have this confidence to say that most of us, most of Chinese, are very kind. Of course, there are some of them could be cycles, but most of us are normal, kind people. If you ask them for help, they're gonna help you. If you ask them questions, they're gonna give you the answers. So, so I don't think I think it's unfair that anyone who have ever lived in the country saying, "Oh, Chinese are very rude," or they don't know anything, they will not answer your question. I think this is unfair. I've living here, and I have foreigner friends living here. All of them, they're saying, they're telling me Chinese are actually very kind. So I think this is one of the most important part if you decide to live or work in one country. What are you gonna see, or the people that surrounding you gonna if infect you, it's gonna change the way you're thinking of the world or how you think of the country, how you think of humanity. As as I said before, China is a very secure country. That most of the biggest reasons that we can achieves this massive success is because our people are very peaceful and kind. Sorry, I got a little bit cold. Something. Um, so just by that one thing, I think at least at least this country was trying. All right, I see someone's voices. Okay. Say hello, I'm Arthur, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll answer them as possible as I can. And then I'm gonna talk about food. I mean, I dropped this one video about Chinese food yesterday. This to you guys a late night. To me, is this morning. And about the food, I said the food we have different kinds of food. Uh, so in different countries, in different parts of China, in different cultures. But one thing we can't deny is whatever it is, wherever it is from, who cooked it, most of them could be very delicious. I mean, once you get in here, you possibly will not like starting cooking immediately, so you have to try something out, right? Most of the restaurants in here are actually pretty good. I mean, I couldn't cook, I can't cook in my house right now because the house I was renting, I'm renting, doesn't really have a kitchen or something. So, oh, hello, anyone? So, what what we actually doing here? Okay, so to me as a Chinese, you can say I got used to, you can say I got used to the food in here, but I think that if once you hit the ground in this place, I think you're going to enjoy it. You really will. All the foreign friends I have, Saving told me how delicious Chinese food really tasted. There are many good local restaurants in here, so if you want to try, there's plenty of choice you can have. Of course, you can cook on your own. We have all this raw food in the supermarket you can choose. Most of them are pretty cheap, I think. I don't really cook, so I don't have a right to talk about it. But there's also some part we have because of the culture, because of the you know complexity in this country. That means if you really live in China, that means you have a lot a lot of choice you can have. Then since so I'm I'm sorry. I apologize. Um, I'm gonna talk about like my daily routines, what I gotta do all day. You guys, if you come to working here, most of you, I believe, you're going to be like English teachers or something else. I'm not saying that my routine is represent anything. I just say there's many convenient. There are many convenient part you see you can use in China. Uh, as I said before, we don't really use our phone anymore. Oh no, we don't really use. We basically do everything with our phones. You know, we don't. daily we don't really use cash. We don't use credit cards or debit cards. Most of the time we just do basically everything with our phone. We make our payment through our phone. Uh, we get movie ticket, everything, even order a meal. Meal you can use a phone to finish it. So what I do, I get up and go to some coffee shop and I need a coffee or something. Ordered it on my phone. Of course, first in the morning, having milk tea or something, it could be a little bit unhealthy, but that's how I lived. Look at me. But you see, once you have this, once you get used to this kind of situation, it kind of makes you feel very convenient. Like you can anything you want to any situation you face, any kind of thing you want to deal with, you can always pull out your phone. And most of the time, there's a solution in it. All right, but it's different from the Western countries. I see a lot of people in America or something say still use credit cards to make the payment or something. I'm not saying anything bad about credit cards. All right, we can if you insist. I mean, if you stick to credit card or debit card or cash, there's still a way. We still have that way in China, but most of us, we are getting used to make our payments through our phone, do everything. As I talk about the food, a video about what you need to know, some tips you need to know before you come to China. I do mention that some restaurants do not, waiters do not come here and take orders. You have to scan the QR code and order it on Alipay or WeChat. I do mention that. Uh, so if anyone want to come here, live here, you possibly gonna need these kind of things. You need a smartphone, which everyone has right now. You need to install WeChat and Alipay because you are going to use it someday. All right. Talk to friends, especially Chinese friends, partners. Most of us do not use other things except WeChat and QQ. But QQ will be out of time. So most of us, we stick to WeChat. So that's one thing that you must have. And Alipay, if you want to take a bus or call a taxi or something, you can always use Alipay because it can be done right through on that app. Make payment and everything. It build a cash-free security for China. So that's what we live, how we do things in China right now. Do you know that you can even use WeChat in Starbucks now? I know that Americans use Apple or Samsung have got something was pretty so convenient and so inspiring as Alipay. You just scan the code and you can make the payment. It's super easy and it's super fast. Our internet connection is actually very fast right now. I mean, the 4G internet connection is very fast, so fast, and it's spread very widely. So you don't have to worry about anything about internet because all this payment, our daily life was based on the internet connection. So so I get up. I use my phone to do all the things in this place. Is like uh, being assistant to the boss. So what I'm trying to say is these things are quite important, and if you consider to come in here, you should make that kind of preparation. And another thing I want to talk about is about how you considering, how to consider things like that. I do admit that this country is not yet very perfect, but on the other hand, well, no one can say my country is like absolutely perfect. That would be unfair. I mean, we do have rooms to, we do have rooms to do improvements. We are not like perfect, but I think that's all depends on on your mind how you really consider this. A picky guy can pick, can make me can pick out the perfect place in heaven. So at least to me, I live in this country for 23 years. Of course, I've seen different things, but I do believe this is a country that worth living. This is a country that is, which is very great. We are living in a very convenient, very gentle society now in China. I mean, I know that people think Chinese are pretty rude or something. That's just in my opinion, not true. Not all of us would be like that. All right. So, but sometimes words can be so stressless. You have to say it on your face, on your with your own eyes, and you can be truly confessed. So I think all of them are very important, but most important thing is you have to have a uh, good heart, good mood to deal with all to living abroad, living in another country. Always there will be difficulties, but problems that we can solve in here. Just this is all you're gonna need, and we are modern and most of all international country right now. I think there's no need to be working too hard to fill in to get used to the life you're having, because it's basically the the same kind of life you're going to have in your own country. In your own country, it might take a little while to it might took a little while to get used to it, but it won't take too long and it won't be too hard. That's a guarantee. So that's basically the topics I am making. So if anyone have any questions, we'll welcome you to uh, to ask me. I will do my best to answer you. Of course, I made this video called "Some Tips You Need to Know Before You Come to China." You can check that thing out. This is just some of my own feelings, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it and get some help from it. You know, oh, and somebody think about the environment in country. Well, some part of the country, yes, but most of us try our best to improve all of this. So, I mean, we've been trying this for years, and no matter what, I believe our country, our society is always getting better. It will not getting worse because we are growing all the time. We're improving every time we're doing so. There's no, I don't think there's any worry. You shouldn't worry about anything if you decide to come in here. Somebody talk about the security. We are one of the most security country in the world. So, like I said, I haven't heard about robbery for years. What else you what else you expect? So, if you guys have any questions, I'll answer questions. But my topic is basically here. Um, I was I was just I talk about something about my life I mean, I have this. I'm not rich or something, but I think that I lived very happily. Maybe because I changed my mind, or most of the time, I think the country itself is basically very inspiring. So I've been living here for all my life. I think I'm good at it. So okay, so this is actually the video that this is the live stream that I made. That most people were watching this. I can see that many people are very interested in it, but I have to. But I mean, you guys must have some questions to ask, so you can watch this, or some hesitations. Maybe has a plan to do that. Again, if you have any question, you can tell me. I leave this place. Uh, society in here, all the I've made friends in here, all this kind of stuff, all this work we're doing. I think we are making improvements. We're making changes. So, well, so my sound could be, a little bit weird, but thanks for watching this, and see you next time. Hope you